We're going to make a flute today out of a piece of driftwood. So come with me and let's find a stick. Right, here we are at the beach. Today we're going to be finding a piece of driftwood to make a flute. Yeah. Look at this. Didn't have to go far. Piece of driftwood right here. Look at that. Let's turn this into a flute. So we found our piece of driftwood. We can make a few flutes out of this one. But I'm going to cut this section here off from there to about here. We'll cut that section there off, we'll split it open, and we'll start out the hollowing process. So there we go, we've just cut it to length. I'll cut that end off there, we'll tidy that up, and then we'll split it open. Get our two halves, and then we'll mark them out. We'll hollow them up. So we have our two halves. It's a pretty clean split. Not quite centre, but that's alright. We'll just hollow one side, not as deep as the other side. Right, we'll mark them out. Right, for this flute, I'm not going to make a traditional Native American style flute, although it will look like one, except for the mouthpiece. I'm going to make the mouthpiece different. So pretty much just going to hollow out the whole thing. So I'm just going to mark this out. About there, we'll have that much room there for the mouthpiece, and we'll just leave that solid. What I try to aim for is a 5 to 6 millimeter wall of the flute, so the thickness of the wall of the edge of the flute, 5 to 6 mils. It just sounds nicer in my opinion. The thinner the wall of the flute, the crisper the sound. So if you want a warm kind of sounding flute, then you'd want to increase the thickness of the wall of the flute. but I like my flutes to sound a little bit crispier, have that nice crisp tone. Right, now we just have to hollow that out. So I'm just going to go around with my rounded chisel and just going to scoop all of the inside of this flute out and just kind of follow the shape of the stick, and we'll do the same on both pieces. So right now I'm just going right down the edge and marking my line so that I don't chisel past that line and ruin the join. So you want the join to stick back nicely so there's no ear leaks, otherwise that'll ruin the flute and it won't play properly. Right, here we have it. We have just hollowed out our first piece. It's been about half an hour-ish. It's taken to hollow that out. So that end will be the mouthpiece, and all the rest is hollowed out to the shape of the stick. And later on we will do some tweaking to the inside with a bit of sanding and a bit of fire, and we'll burn the inside. And what that does, it seals the timber and it also makes it stronger. So we'll do that shortly. I'm just going to hollow out the other half and then we will burn them out. Okay, so I've hollowed out both pieces all the way down. And you join them together. They're going to make a nice, beautiful, round, hollowed out flute. Also flattened off this end. So we're going to put our block, and I also chiseled out that wood piece there, and I'll tidy that up later with a hot iron and we'll burn that out properly. But right now we are going to burn the inside of these to seal it, just to give it a bit of strength. So we'll get our handy torch. I'm just going to run up the inside, just like this, and that'll just burn off any loose little flyaway bits, anything that's going to cause a problem in the sound. If you don't want any little bits left over, it'll make a weird whistling sound, and it's not going to make the flute sound very nice at all. So we're just going to burn our whole way up here like this. Make it nice and toasty. Yeah. That one, the other one. Just like that. And what I'm going to do next is just sand both pieces, and that'll smoothen it out, and then I'm going to glue them and clamp them. see you when that's done. Alright, so I have glued the two pieces together. I've made the mouthpiece, the sound hole, and I have marked out the finger holes. Now this is going to be tuned to the key of F. That's just how it worked out to this length of timber, so I just had to cut off the end a wee bit just to get it tuned bang on F. And so this will be a 5-hole flute. It'll be F minor pentatonic scale. And so now I'm just heating up my hole burner, and I will burn the holes and tune it as I go. And so I will come back to you when I have done that, and she should be all tuned up, ready to go.